Every year, Activision release a new Call of Duty game, and every year for what seems forever, I feel less and less interested in a franchise that I once loved. Each year I see a reveal trailer and I just think, oh, they haven't really changed anything. Each time I think, try something bold. But this year totally changed it for me. I missed the COD 4 Modern Warfare 2 days, they were the times. So this year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare really does get me excited. Call of Duty in 2019 is trying something very new. It is trying to be taken serious once again, something that has been missed with the introduction of boost jumping in past titles, a weird take on World War II, space combat, but this year it seems like finally they want to be a realistic, gritty game, especially in terms of its campaign. They want to shock, but also give a genuine portrayal of modern combat. But the biggest thing that illustrated that Infinity Ward wanted to try something new was the introduction of large-scale mode, something that hasn't been seen in the series since COD 3, when you could play with 24 players on Xbox 360 and PS3. This year's COD is boasting a 20v20. Also in Ground War, it's reported to be having anywhere from 50 versus 50 and 100 versus 100. That is massive for Call of Duty. This will draw in players from other franchises like Battlefield that have been famous for large-scale warfare. I never thought I'd be saying COD and large-scale warfare in the same breath, but here we are. I love the refinement to weapon customization. The level of customization this game claims to have is astonishing, and it lets you have complete autonomy over how you play in this year's title. The maps that we saw look fresh and interesting. The introduction of night maps, this all sounds great. The gunplay and movement kind of reminds me of a game like Insurgency Sandstorm, a title that I've sunk many hours into. The introduction of fully controllable vehicles as well is a nice touch. Usually in previous iterations, your vehicle is on like a rail, so to speak. But this time, you can have full control. LAVs, quad bikes, and possibly tanks as well. We haven't even scratched the surface of both the single player and co-op game modes, which from what I've heard, could be amazing. So all this sounds fantastic and a brilliant move in the right direction. It almost feels like the resurrection of this franchise. Not like it was ever dead per se, but it was becoming extremely stale and worn out. With this year's games, it's like they've just gone, fuck it, let's try something a bit different, and that's so refreshing to see. I have been a long-standing Call of Duty player, but felt disillusioned by the push for competitive play and forgetting about what made the game so fun, and that was the casual play with fun and interesting kill streaks that kept you wanting to come back and delve hundreds of hours into. I just hope and pray that this game keeps to its more authentic and gritty portrayal of modern warfare. Don't introduce rainbow coloured garments that you can put on your character and overpriced microtransactions, because this game can be great and there are plenty of cosmetic items that are true to modern day that look fun and interesting, and people will buy them if they look awesome and also fit the universe that they're trying to go for. Even whilst I do this voiceover, I feel excited and happy for what is to come with this game. Seeing all the positive comments and reactions to the trailers and gameplay is so good to see. But the developers need to make sure that the servers are stable for this larger player count game modes, especially for Ground War, as there were some slight server problems on that live stream when they were playing on 20v20, but if they can get some better servers, more consistent tick rates, then they are on for a winner. It's not like Activision don't have the money. I want this to be a real return of this great franchise. I know many people would say it never died, and what are you on about? Well, just look at the Google Trends, which collects all the data from all searches, and once Call of Duty gets released, it's a massive decline and people are already searching for info about the next game or just stop playing this game altogether. So let's make this a great year for Call of Duty. And it also seems like the war between Call of Duty and Battlefield has sort of died off. That may be down to the fact that BF5 was like the buggiest, stale, content-thin Battlefield game we've ever seen. So it's a fantastic opportunity for Call of Duty to claim some of the BF fans with Infinity Ward's newest entry. This year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare also looked kind of like how Hardline 2 would and should have been. Hardline was massively underrated and was mainly down to the fact it was given the Battlefield name, but I have high hopes for Modern Warfare to be a massive success. If you did go on to enjoy this video, looking at what I see as the revival of this franchise, then make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more on this game. And until next time, have a good one.